Digital ID, surveillance, tracking, the end of privacy, for your protection. Those who give up liberty for protection deserve neither. One wise man once quoted. If anybody knows who that was, put it in the comments below. I'm going to play a clip. You've probably seen it, maybe you haven't, about the digital ID that's coming to the UK. It's actually already there. And the basis for this video is not necessarily the digital ID, but the reaction of the public to it. People like me are going to react negatively toward this type of thing. But the guy in the interview, post news blip, has a little bit of a different thing to say. So I'm going to play the clip with the interview at the end, and then I will be back to see you on the other side for more.
I am announcing this government will make a new free of charge digital ID mandatory for the right to work by the end of this Parliament. Let me spell that out. You will not be able to work in the United Kingdom if you do not have digital ID. It's as simple as that. Because decent, pragmatic, fair-minded people, they want us to tackle the issues that they see around them. And of course, the truth is, we won't solve our problems if we don't also take on the root causes. For too many years, it's been too easy for people to come here, slip into the shadow economy, and remain here illegally. Because, frankly, we've been squeamish about saying things that are clearly true. It's not just that it's not compassionate left-wing politics to rely on labour that exploits foreign workers and undercuts fair wages, but the simple fact that every nation needs to have control over its borders.
I think it's a good idea. I mean, we could be we're being tracked every day anyway, through the use of our mobile phones. I suppose what I think is, some people complain about immigration. Some people complain about people complaining about immigration. You know, we all need to do whatever we can to support the government to manage immigration. And identity cards are a way of doing that. It's something people have been calling for a while. And I think it needs to be thought through. I was surprised at the announcement yesterday, which did seem to come out of the blue. I think people need to be prepared for this, but I think ultimately it's the right thing to do.
All right, so the digital ID is mandatory. They call it free to make it sound attractive, but in reality, it's mandatory. There's no way around it. And if you want to work in that country, in that empire, you're going to have it, which is essentially the same as saying if you want to eat, you're going to have it. So they're basically tagging you like a dog in order to function in society, right? And this sounds a lot like Revelation 13:17, where the beast system emerges, and in order to participate in it, you need to take the mark, which would be like the digital ID, or you're not going to be able to buy or sell or work or both. It's the same idea, right? But the real issue here is the complacency of these people, just the general public of any nation. And as you heard the guy say, we're already being tracked through our mobile phones anyway. Like, come on. It's this kind of mindset that produces further enslavement. You know, they've got cameras on every street corner. They have recording devices in the electronics. They have cameras in the electronics. Your phone spies on you. And now they're going to hijack reality itself by making you get something that encapsulates your entire existence, from your financial, your social, your medical, all of it in one place, and they're holding you hostage to it, because if you don't take this thing, you're not going to be able to work. This is a prison planet system that's being erected around us. And they're doing it under the guise of everything being fair and everything being balanced. And it's for the safety. It's to keep, the illegals out and all this other stuff. There's always a problem that they create so they can offer the solution after you react negatively to that problem. It's called problem, reaction, solution. I'm sure many of you already know this, but they do this with everything. So anything bad that's happened in this life, if you reverse engineer it back to its original source, you'll find that they've created a problem, right? So I'm assuming this is absolutely coming to America. And with Biden having brought in all the illegals and having Trump trying to remove them, I'm sure this will be one of the many cases to be made for why Americans should take part in this no buy or sell mandatory digital ID system. Because they created the problem of illegal immigration, and the reaction is not good, so they offer their solution. It's the oldest trick in the book, and I wish people, like the guy in the interview, I wish people would wake up to the fact that you can't just give away your rights just because you've already given a few away. If you have 5 rights and you've already given away 2, that doesn't justify giving away the other 3. We have to put a stop to this madness before the entire planet is literally just a prison system. Prison planet surveillance nightmare. So this video is strictly about awareness and bringing this to the attention of people that may or may not know. If you've clicked off by now, you probably already know what I'm talking about. But hopefully this reaches somebody that hasn't put these pieces together. This is all about sharing the truth. Okay? Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time.